Yo, BJ Gaddour with the Daily BJ, and I call these calorie crushing combos one of my favorite metabolic fat loss training templates. You're gonna do 10 total movements, each one for 90 seconds of work, as many quality reps as you can. You rest 30 seconds between moves. That's a 20-minute circuit. You can do 1, 2, or 3 total times for a 20, 40, or 60-minute workout. And the combination movements are excellent because they allow you to get a lot of muscles going at once for a bigger metabolic boost, bigger calorie burn, better results in shorter time. So we're gonna start with kind of a built-in warm-up here, a tall kneeling front raise to hammer curl. So really gonna engage the entire trunk. We're gonna really focus on squeezing the glutes, keeping the ribs and shoulders down, and keeping totally erect from knee to head. So I'm gonna start here. We do hammer curl, elbows tight to side, and then front raise. All right, so this really develops the entire shoulder complex, but also anytime you do tall kneeling like this, it really engages the core. It's also opening up the hip flexors, activating the glutes, and it's a great way to kind of start the workout strong, but also get a nice little pump going in those sexy little arm shoulder regions, okay? So that's movement 1. Movement 2 and 3, all right? So anytime we do unilateral, you're gonna do the entire set on one side, then switch sides the next set. It's gonna be a dumbbell side bend to lateral lunge. So if you get right over here, I'm gonna hold it on my right side if I'm lunging to my left. So I'm gonna keep my hips and shoulders square, crunch the abs, rib shoulders down. I'm gonna laterally flex, pull it right back, and then lateral lunge to the side, just the instep of the foot, flat back, got bends, ankles, knees, hips. So I'm hinged, but my back remains flat, head in line with the spine, push back to the return. So side bend. Obliques are working both as a mover and a stabilizer. So it's great to get kind of both functions locked in. Make sure you don't twist or turn. You want to keep the hips and shoulders square ahead, pull through, and lunge right in. 90 seconds on, 30 seconds off, then you'll be switching sides. From there, we're going, see right here, Bulgarian hip hinge to reverse fly. So great way to work the entire backside of the body. What I love about adding these shoulder raise movements to these lower body single leg movements is that we're doing them at the bottom of the movement. So by adding the raise, we're actually doing an isometric hold in the most difficult portion of the exercise to really give a nice new muscle gain and stability emphasis to that lower body. So I actually want you to go back toe on the bench, box, bench, chair, ottoman, whatever you have access to. When we go Bulgarian split squats next, top of the foot will be on. But now it's toe, like a kickstand on a bike. So I'm gonna hinge, flat back, chest out till I make tabletop position. Elbows are slightly bent, reverse fly. Pull right through the hips. Rib shoulders on, abs crunch. So it's not a squat, it's a pure hip hinge for the glutes and hamstrings. Pull right through, 90 on, 30 off, and then switch sides. Oh, that's such a good movement, okay? Next movement, after I switch sides, is Bulgarian split squat to lateral raise. So now top of the foot's on there. I like a nice close stance, so when I come to the bottom of the movement, my ribs and shoulders down. I also like to get more quad emphasis here, but once I get to the bottom, knee just above the floor, lateral raise right to the side, stand up. So again, I've got to isometrically hold, so my hips and thighs are working really hard right there as I add the lateral raise. And when we do the lateral raise, we're coming out to the side and even a slight pinky up to get more side delt, okay? All the reps on one side, then switch. Then from there, we're going into a awesome way to develop the chest. Also lengthen and mobilize the whole shoulder girdle and even some core action here. So I'm gonna go slide bending the elbows. I like to get the feet up and then really flatten the back into the bench. I'm gonna fly out to the side, pause, bring it back, and then go into a pullover. And I'm maintaining a slight bend in the elbows the entire time. Play around with how much elbow bend feels best for you, but this is one of my favorite ways to, again, you get 90 seconds of time and retention on those upper body muscles, but also we're strengthening and lengthening. Mobility meets muscle, meets metabolism, meets man strings, okay? Those are hamstrings properly developed, all right? And I keep rocking that pullover fly pattern. Awesome way to build up that upper body. From there, we're gonna go, and this one's really hard. You definitely go half the weight you would ever use on higher rep dumbbell rows, but I'm gonna hinge at the hips. I'm gonna row up and hold that position, hold it as I do a good morning, okay? Then I hinge back, release, so it's row to good morning. You wanna pull to the point where the arms form 90-degree angles, and I'm maintaining a nice good scapular retraction and depression the entire time I do this. Such an amazing way to improve posture and work the entire backside of the body. Killer movement. Good luck with that one. Final one, total body ball buster, castrator, if you will. Front squat to Arnold press. So I'm gonna go with heavier weights on this one, but I get set up here. All right, I'm dying already. Normal squat stance, slight toe flare is acceptable. I'm just gonna sit tall, spread the hips until ideally front thigh parallel to the floor, hip crease just beneath knee crease, staying tall, push through, and then it's a rotational shoulder press that actually works all three heads of the delts, but also anytime you press overhead, you're getting crazy amounts of core work. And this is a great way to just melt your face off to finish this 10 exercise circuit that works your whole body. It'll change you from head to toe. It will also make you poop your precious little pants. Hopefully they're not white. Bye-bye.